And we are live. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For all of you new subscribers, thank you for tagging along. We are day 25 of 365 days of guitar practice. And for all of you returning subscribers, you amazing guitar-loving saints and souls that you are, thank you so much. Got lots of comments to get into, got lots of stuff tonight. We're gonna smash our way through, literally, we're gonna talk about that. I also got some questions about some things in the comments I don't understand. We're gonna get to that too. First off though, oh yeah, the old hands were punished today in work, but we're gonna get through it because we are committed to doing this. So we're gonna literally smash our way through because I had another Uncle Ben video last night. Talked about the amount of pressure. Been practicing that this morning. Not gonna practice it right now because I'm used to practicing this intro with a ridiculous amount of crushing pressure, and it kind of sounds okay, but we're gonna go with that first. This is if you're brand new here, I'm Jay Wells, midlife dude getting back into guitar, making music after 22 years, and absolute beginner. These are unedited, raw, noisy, fun, but there's a community that's building, and I absolutely love it, and I couldn't be more grateful for all of you. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be inspiration for anyone other than fellow tradesmen or people like that. So I greatly appreciate all of you for that. This has been a very special, and it keeps growing, and it's awesome. So we're gonna talk about the comments, but first off, let's get our way through a little intro. We need way more volume. That's a lot of volume. Little much. Here we go. Oh, see how this goes after crushing my hands all day. Woo. Ooh, let's start that over. There's a part why does this thing sound so, oh, that's why. Ugh. We're gonna have a little more intro. I was working on this part this morning. It sounded cool as shit. My hands are super slow tonight for obvious reasons. My forearms are just literally on fire right now. Oh. There's a little squeal in there that I come up with this morning. Sounded so cool after my little like. Oh. Oh, that's gonna come along. Anywho, welcome to the channel, welcome to the show. All right, so let's get into the comments real quick because I got a lot of other stuff that I want to fiddle with, including pedals. I rewired this up. Got a bunch of guitars tuned up. Gonna bring some guitars in, some introductions, because I've seen some of these comments. I've got an app on my phone now that gives me all these notifications. So we're gonna go Rat Pack tonight. Might even bring the Memory Man out, but the Memory Man, I just realized, you can't daisy chain that together because they're a different voltage, which is kind of a bummer. All right, anywho, first things first, have a little sip of it's hump day. We know what that day is, folks. Having a little cocktail. If you want to know what that is, hit me up in the comments. Okay. Damn, gotta have glasses because we're old. Can't see shit. And also, I have two different things up here on the comments for tonight because on YouTube app, I can see some people's names. On the dashboard, I can't, but it's bigger and I can read them better. I know, fuck old guy shit. Old guy problems. All right, so at Nicky Rock 1962 commented, Jay, nice. You sent a link of, pretty sure that's you. Yeah, hell yeah, that's you. All right, so at Nicky Rock 1962, that dude's got a channel. Everybody go over there and check him out. Because he did an April 15th tax day jam. Okay, so I'm going to have you on stream, and that little bit you did at the end, folks, go check out that dude's channel. He's doing this little jam. He's jamming along, kind of cool. And at the very end, he does this like stuff on the guitar. I'm like, yo, you need to share that with people because that's some cool shit right there. All right, so at DJ, you know what? This is so freaking small. Ugh. I'm gonna go over the dashboard again just so I can see it a little better. And all right, so here we go. It's like way more larger. Lots of comments. We'll get through them. For sure. Here we go. Okay. At DJ CYR3MT, I can't remember what your name is. Awesome day, sounding good, and even using the strap, although it looks like it needs to be adjusted a bit. Yeah, I'm getting new straps this weekend and new cords and cables and all kinds of cool shit because I gotta upgrade some stuff. The speaker cable must always be connected to the amp because without the load, the amp can fail. Oh. So just remember to always have your speaker attached before turning it on. I'm following along and learning with books myself. Awesome. That's a really good tip. Didn't know that. All right. I hope you're okay. Shot. It hasn't, you know what? I don't think I have, but maybe I have while switching them around. That's a really good tip. I didn't know that. Nicky Rotten 862, Jay, I want to jam with you, brother. Haha, definitely. I would replace any cables from the attic for sure. I just looked up some interesting facts about playing guitar. I thought I'd share it with the room, maybe get a little communal reflection going on Jay Will's Road to Rock show. It is going to be an interesting road for sure. A standard playing speed for guitar players can be subjective, but a good benchmark is aiming for 120 beats per minute for 16th notes. That seems reasonable. For many players, it is a solid goal to work towards for scales and other exercises. For scale, some players also use 90 to 100 beats per minute as a general average for speed. Metronome guidance. I will, you know what I'm going to do on that particular post, because it's very lengthy and it goes into some technical stuff. Check out Nicky Rock 1962's comment on metronome guidance. Actually, fuck it, I'll just go through it. Using a metronome to practice can help you gradually increase your speed. My metronome is my little drum machine. Start with a slower tempo and gradually increase it. Becomes more comfortable. Makes sense. I turn mine all the way down to 60 beats. Between 50 is a little slow. I can actually do all my finger walking at 50 and keep up and be cool. 60 is where I start to struggle a little bit when I'm making sure that I get every single note fretted. Technique matters, definitely. Speed on guitar is not just about picking fast. Techniques like alternate picking, economy picking, and legato using hammer-ons and pull-offs can also contribute to playing faster. 100%, brother. I definitely agree with that 100%. And also, Nicky Rock, try messing with the standard open string harmonics by lightly touching the string without pressing it down on the neck or fretting it. I messed with that last night. I got a few of them. Above frets 5, 7, and 12, and then picked it with the right hand. It's both right hand thing and takes a minute, but it will be fun to do. Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle. I was just jamming. I actually fell asleep on the couch with the fucking guitar last night. Kind of crazy. At Reverend Rick 62. It seems like a new person. Welcome, brother. I'm enjoying the channel. I've been playing 45 years and still suck. Brother, if you've been playing 45 years, you do not suck. Trust me. I don't want to say that I suck. I'm just a beginner, and I'm learning all this stuff from scratch. I have a little bit of a musical background that's tucked away 30 years ago on the backside of my brain. The struggles are real. Ain't that the truth? Man, they are real as hell. At Rough Rider 2626, keep it up, man. Got to practice daily. 100%. I do my morning drills with coffee in the morning. And during the week, obviously, I'm at work. Can't do anything during the day. Come home. I have not been warming up or doing anything lately, but after this, I practice for about an hour, hour and a half, because that's about how long it takes YouTube to upload. So welcome at Morty McFly P50. Hell yeah, watching from Australia. Really? Well, welcome from way down south. I'd call you a mate, but I don't know if that's just more of like an old Crocodile Dundee movie thing. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, which probably wasn't even filmed down in Australia. But nonetheless, welcome, man. That's awesome. At Rock RXO, love the live stream idea. I'll definitely be there. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm totally going to do it. I just got to figure out something that'll handle it from a computer perspective, camera, and all that kind of jazz. That's a rabbit hole it's going to be for this weekend. At Kurt Janes 8223, I think I'll start joining you every day and do some jamming with you. Hell yeah, right on, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. Rock on, brother. Subscribe and starting to hit. Keep it up.
Rock on, brother. Subscribe and start hitting thumbs up.
I don't know what that means necessarily.
Start hitting thumbs up.
I don't thumbs up my own videos. I think that's kind of weird. Let me know what that means to start hitting thumbs up. I don't know what that means. At Chris Lawson 7983, getting gooder and gooder. Thanks for sharing. I think I'm getting a teeny bit gooder. There are some mornings though that I feel that I'm making zero progress, but I know that I'm not because I'm faster and more articulate. But it's just, you know, after a couple of runs, it's all like the fingers just go, nope, we're done for today. Bye bye.
Go to work now, Jay. At Curtis James 8223, good job, buddy. Keep it up. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. At Kurt James 8223, your pick cutter. I use credit cards. That works awesome. Old ones,
That's actually a really good idea. I never thought about debit cards because it's very similar plastic, right?
Let's see. At Ted6029, mate, playing it is an addiction. I've been playing for 30 years. Nowhere as good as I should because I drank heavily and recorded music and sung, did bass, did drums, etc. A man of many talents. That's awesome, man. I never did drums, but I definitely, so my talents are piano, sax. I played the flute, all three saxes when I was in high school. Never did the drums. Bass guitar, definitely. Acoustic guitar, teeny bit. And then electric guitar are my main ones. And then also keyboard, synthesizer, stuff like that. So it's when music in general warms your soul, it doesn't matter where it comes from. That's my jam. So my concentration on the guitar lacked a bit. Plus, I could get talented people to play parts on a recording. Hell yeah. Also work full time. Yeah, that struggle is real too, for sure. But the last few years, I have picked up the guitar, and I'm turning 50 very soon. Well, hey, I just turned 49, so we are right there together, brother. I used to play the heavy stuff like death metal, but I more just chilled and loved 60s, 70s, 80s rock, and just loved playing on classic guitar with my fingers, no pick. Yeah, I just played around a little bit with the finger picking stuff, learning loads of songs, and to sing at the same time as I used to track my stuff, one instrument at a time. I just love playing, and going back to the basics has helped me become a better player. Also, now I started using a normal pick nowadays, but they have changed. I've been using the jazz thick ones for like 30 years or so, and just discovered they make these ones that don't slip out of your grip. Whoa, got a cat coming in. That don't slip out of your grip. The old ones used to turn in a circle while you...
Yeah, they do. I used to round the shit off. I can show you one right here. I found a whole bunch of picks in my spare bedroom of life things. I round that shit off in like 2 days. Just done. Especially on Miss Jackson. She just kills picks. So I'm relearning everything with a normal pick, correcting a lot of mistakes as I was self-taught. Love seeing the vids from people of all progress so I can learn something even small. Heck yeah, we're all here to learn and make noise and all that good stuff. One thing I can tell nowadays after a few years of playing every day is I have improved greatly. Keep at it, mate, and it will pay off and you will be happy playing anything you want. Just keep at it and you'll see the results. Thanks, man. I appreciate that comment. That's awesome. All right, and let's see here. And at Kurt James again, 8223. Don't forget to stretch the shit out of your strings before you get it dialed in. Yeah, I am learning that the hard way. Awesome, Jay's getting so good. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Mark Vincent 281. Hey, Jay, just wanted to suggest awesome YouTube channels for your learning favorite riffs and songs. Cool, very good. I will check those out after this. Kelly Dean, Allen Guitars, Marty Music, Guitar Lesson 365. Each of these helped me much faster than any tab books. Because you can hear and see, which makes sense. Cool. Keep at it, dude. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. And come on. Got to keep scrolling down. Oh, wrong direction. At Roger Tinker, maybe one day you can introduce us to your other guitars. I'll do that tonight, brother. I actually got everything tuned up. I brought out, so Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine, that intro riff I've always wanted to play. So I tuned up the basically 335 clone over there. All the guitars are tuned. I did that right before I hopped on. I will introduce all of these tonight. The only one, I introduced the Predator a while back, but it's been a minute since I've had that on. Never introduced the Ibanez. So definitely doing that tonight, for sure. And at Marty McFly P50, thought I would share what I found on Google. The brown voicing on the Boss Katana amp is designed to emulate the high-gain, boutique-style modded tube amp sound popularized by Eddie Van Halen, often referred to as the brown sound. It's characterized by a thick, saturated, and highly sustained tone with a dynamic response suitable for classic rock and heavy metal genres. Dude, last night I was like, so day before last, that video I was yapping about Van Halen, their first album, and how that's like an amazing guitar album. So last night I was
pulling some tab up, trying to like play something that sounds like some Van Halen. Wow. And I pulled that guitar out specifically for that. So it's kind of funny, the irony of that comment and the timing of it, most definitely. All right, we're almost done at 690-9457. I think your name's John. Big improvements from the beginning. I'm improving a little, practicing and jamming alongside it. Awesome, dude. Thanks for keeping us all accountable. Oh, never mind. Oh, Nick. My bad. Yeah, the name is Nick. Hit the sneaky swap, the first letter of the name. Nice, that's cool. At Fisherman6383. I discovered your video by accident. You inspire me so much to start learning guitar instead of spending free time gaming and smoking cigarettes. Dude, we've all been there. I used to smoke when I was in the military. It's all good, brother. It's been day 4 for me now. Hell yeah, keep it going. Keep it going, man. Thanks for sharing. This is a very inspiring series. Well, awesome. Thanks, brother. I greatly appreciate that comment. At iRock Z5150, J Will's just started the community of noisemakers. Keep rocking. You know what? Actually, I have like there's like over 180 subscribers now, which I'm just like mind blown. So what's that? Let's just call it, 360 plus neighbors around the world who are gonna maybe not be so fond of me. But you know what? It's all good. Heck yeah, we're gonna make noise because here's the thing: Eddie Van Halen, Joe Satriani, all those dudes didn't come out of their mom playing amazing. They made tons of noise and all that kind of stuff. We're just happen to be a little older, depending on where you are in your journey. So, Adam Davis 40208, Joe Thornton plays guitar. I looked that up right before I hopped on. That's a hockey player who ironically looks very similar to me. Who knew? They always say you have a twin in the universe, so who knows? All right, that is the last one. If I forgot anyone, apologies. But let's do a little jamming, dude. First off, with this Rat pedal. Let's have some fun with this. So, the Rat Pack pedal, I have linked in to the Orange Terror tonight. And this will be interesting because I have not had this combo set up. But what we're going to do, because this is supposed to be a distortion pedal, so we're going to take all of the gain, take it down to 25%. We're going to just stick the shape in the middle. Then we're going to turn the volume up to about half. Press that button because, okay, raw, it's going to sound like so. Oh. Also, if you're new here and still watching, I went through the last few videos of some epic changes on my guitar setup again. Thank you for everyone giving me recommendations. I think I've landed on the classical position. You know what? Hold on. I don't want to scratch the fucking guitar. All right. So. I love this Telecaster. The FMTHH. Just wow. Isn't that pretty? That's just a pretty sounding guitar. Ooh. Okay, now we're gonna make it sound a lot crazier. So I think that's a good sound. We're gonna start over again. All right, hold on. Right off the bat, everyone who's guitar players and who has pedals, I thought this just solved, I just had an epiphany and this just solved something for me. I don't know if this comes through on the camera or not. Not the feedback. It sounds like a little cricket in there. I think it's the pedal. It's part of because these settings, per the YouTube channel, the JHS pedals, go check those pedals out. Those are awesome pedals. I stumbled across that randomly like a month ago. I think that's part of the pedal. If any of you have JHS pedals, or specifically the Rat Pack, let me know. And see does yours have that little whistle to it too? Anywho, I'm just kind of like, all right, as long as it doesn't explode or start popping and electrocute me, I'm fine with that. Lower kind of a sound. What does? It's totally that pedal. Ooh. I like that. you hear that whistle? I think that's normal. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. Huh. That changes that E sound completely. No, I was just fretting it wrong. Shit. Ignore that. That's not a bad sound. I can get out with that. That changed all that. Jeez. You know what? That'd be a good tone to use for our practice tonight. Oh, you know what? Let's fiddle around with some other guitars. I'll introduce Predator. Let's see. Stand by. And we're just gonna go. We're gonna turn this guy off. Just because I'm really familiar with my Dark Terror and its gain settings and all that. We're just going to crunch on everything. But you got to hear, I need to come up with a name for, this guitar. It's my Ibanez. So this is the Predator. Those of you who are wondering, this is my very first guitar. The only guitar that I kept, only because it was the cheapest one. And all the rest of my guitars in the past that I sold out, my Les Pauls and Ibanez's and all the fucking cool shit that I used to have. I kept this one because I really didn't have any use for selling it, and it really wouldn't be worth anything other than just sentimental value for myself. This has been through some epic changes. I recently, right before I started this whole series, went through, got a bunch of coil, some new pickups, pots, some CTS pots, new switch, new output, all that kind of jazz, new strings. I got a new Seymour Duncan up top, which I love. I can't remember what it's called, but it's badass. And then I got like two kind of like the Stu Mac brand pickup coils. One's a double like rail, and this one here's like a single. I'll be honest. I think I'm gonna put Seymour Duncans all the way through it. Nothing against Stu Mac's, their in-house brand, but this Seymour Duncan crushes, even like just crushes. And the electronics are done right. I do electronics right. It's not that I, didn't solder stuff right. It works fine. I just think, and they're not, I think two of these pickups together, the Stu Mac, like the in-house brand ones, are like the same price, like as one Seymour Duncan. So there is that. Anywho, so and this guitar, it's been around forever. It actually has a neck that's a little wonky. I gotta fix the truss rod. It's a bit wonky, but it does sound pretty damn good. It always stays in tune. I can beat the shit out of this guitar, literally, and it stays, and it's just a beast. So, all right, hold on. Gotta go there, and there we go. You can turn on. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And way up top, still have my hand and the A string, just don't want to be married together at all. harmonics do on this thing? I don't know, something like that. So this is the Predator. Clean. This thing sounds pretty good clean too. Let's go over here, crank that up. Ooh, cowboy chords. I am not very good at these, just because I don't practice them. Ooh. I know it's going to be a murderous year on some parts of these jam sessions. So it's a really versatile guitar. Love this guitar. I'll never get rid of it. It's badass. It's a very good guitar. I've had a lot of fun with it. Learned all my first songs with it, so heavily sentimental. But I really think, I don't know, I'll play around with these a little bit. We'll see. All right. Up next. Now this guitar right here, this is the first one I picked up off Craigslist. Just getting back into guitar. Let me check the camera real quick, make sure everything's cool. My old ass iPhone. All right. All right, so this guitar here, brothers, sounds really good. I just wish I could play a little better right now and give like a better demonstration. But that's why we're here. It's noisy, it's crazy, it's fun, and we're just jamming along. And then I may use this guitar for some of the spider walking drills. We're gonna continue on the spider walk thing tonight, but we're gonna come back to the effect pedal, fiddle a little around a little bit and see if we can make it happen here. But I also, this particular guitar I've noticed this is the most, I love this neck. I will probably figure out what other guitars, I don't know the name of this neck or what this material is yet, or the width or the dimensions, but I promise you, I forgot how, this is the guitar I fell asleep on the couch with. This guitar right here, this neck feels awesome. I really didn't think that was a thing. I thought maybe it was just more, you have to adapt to the neck, and any neck will do. I have a preference, and I love this neck. I have big ass hands. It's smooth. I don't know, it just works really well. So anywho, enough yapping. Check out this wonderful, wonderful guitar. Yeah, especially up top. Need more volume. Just need more volume. Sorry, neighbors. Oh, this is. Why did it get quiet all of a sudden? That's a user error right there. Just a beautiful sounding guitar, especially all these high strings. Want to hear like the worst, terrible Eddie Van Halen eruption? I want to learn this so bad, but I have never fiddled around with it on this. I wonder what it sounds like. Oh, we need gain for that. What am I talking? Duh. Hold on. Let's do. There we go. Yeah, it's bad. But this guitar will make it sound amazing at some point. I also realized that that song is a half step lower, so is Sweet Child of Mine. A whole bunch of songs from back then are dropped down a half step. Kind of crazy. But the crunch on this is awesome. Hey, let me melt your brain on this. I'm going to drop this down and drop D. Close your eyes and you wouldn't believe that it's the same guitar. I swear. There we go. Awfully quiet. Okay, let's yap. If any of you are still haven't ran everyone's ears out of the universe. So, Uncle Ben, talking about some tips. Here's a few tips that are super useful that I practiced this morning and I want to convey to you because I didn't realize, and if you have not tried this, please do. And again, all credit goes to Ben Eller, Uncle Ben over there at his channel. Go check his channel out. It's just awesome. He said that over fretting, which I know is a thing. I know I over fret big time, hugely. But check this out. Let me get this. Here, hold on. I need to be able to talk. Okay. He said instead of, like I like to hammer and jam. I mean, like you hear the strings just making all kinds of noise, right? And a lot of YouTubers run everything through a system before, so you don't hear that. I don't have that system, so you're gonna hear all my string noise, which I don't really mind. I think it's kind of cool. However, I never thought about. For me, I'm always trying to go faster and harder and, just shred. Check this out. He said, try to make notes and exaggerate it to where you're using almost a ridiculously light amount of pressure. So much so where it almost like doesn't sound like anything. And then just slowly keep pressing down as you're strumming until it makes a note, until it makes a good sound. And then start remembering what that is. Check this out. This is clown shoes. How little pressure. And when I say this, I'm using, after this morning and doing that little practice and doing my little test to see like how hard I'm pressing, I'm using 7 to 10 times more pressure than I need to be, which is probably why my forearms and everything are blown up afterwards. So, but check this out. I wish I could zoom in, but I like just barely, like no pressure, right? Slowly bring the pressure on. It is insane how little pressure. If you have not tried this, start making a conscious effort because it's going to be a game changer for me because I'm so used to like just killing it. Whereas I could totally get away with sorry, very animated, but it's so like I feel like I'm touching a marshmallow. I
I had no idea that little amount of pressure because I've never tried it before. Unreal. So thanks, Uncle Ben. I appreciate that. You will probably never watch one of these videos. Sometimes you forget you're in drop D and try to put a power chord in. What I'm going to equate playing like that on this guitar is kind of like dragging a nun to like a heavy metal concert and throwing her in the mosh pit and saying, have fun! And she's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm like, just go crazy! And she can do it. So, anywho, enough joking around. Let's see if we're still on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lasting past 30 minutes each day. Well, we didn't get to this tonight. You know what? Let's go through it once through. I want to have it not be all just fiddle diddling around. So, let's go middle. So the spider walk is 1. I'm butchering this terribly. Sometimes you just gotta jam. I'm gonna change the outro because I'm on a different guitar. Let's come up with a new outro because I've been just totally ripping off and butchering Metallica. That's a little. Outro. Still getting used to this guitar. Alrighty, all of you wonderful guitar-loving souls, if you are still hanging out. I appreciate you all greatly. And there's a cat where I need to put the guitar. No worries. We'll unplug that bad boy. Hang this up. And peace. See you tomorrow.